So let's continue with our tips and tricks. The next one I'd like to share with you is how to split text. And it's very easy, and it can be used in creating lesson plans, tests, fill in the blank tests, things like that. So let's start out with, for instance, let's find the text that we might want to bring in. So I'm just going to go to a website, but you can bring text in from anywhere. It doesn't have to be from a website. I happen to go to BBC, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the text that I'd like. It's an entire paragraph. Now I can simply drop and drag it, park it into my interactive board surface, minimize that, maximize that. So here's our entire section. Now, let's say I wanted to pull words out of that or separate this into separate sentences. You can't do it right now because really it's one big object. But the way I can change it is I can hit Universal Select, the little arrow, hit the entire paragraph and go to the menu that drops in. And now I can come down here and say split the text. Split by line. In this case, I'm going to split by word. And now you'll see every single word is its own object. So it's very easy for me now to go in, pull words out, create a vocabulary test, a fill in the blank test, things like that. Whatever is creative for you, this is the way you can do that. The next thing I'd like to share with you is how to create a favorite. Now I already showed you in the gallery, these are all free resources that come with your software. But no matter how hard you search, you might not be able to find exactly what you're looking for. So in that case, let's go ahead and create a favorite that will now live in our gallery. It doesn't matter what it is, but if you've spent a lot of time creating it and you plan on reusing it again, this is a good way to do it. So for instance, let's get a little creative quickly. I can go into the properties. I'll change my background color to yellow. And let me go in and I will just draw some flowers or something. This is just for demonstration. Let's go into our gallery once again, and maybe we can go down to our clip art. And whatever we can find, we'll just bring it in just for the sake of demonstration. So whatever it is we've created, let's see, I plan to use this image every day for the rest of my life, and I don't want to have to redraw it. Well, very simply, I can go in now, go into my list view, this is my page view, find the one that we're talking about. There we go. Hit the little arrow that's next to it, brings down a drop-down menu, and now from here I can go in and add to favorites. It's going to tell me what folder I'd like to put it in, and the favorites folder seems appropriate. If I hit favorites, now when I go to my gallery, and now when I go to this second little block here, it looks like a little printer almost. There's our menu for drop-down favorites. Favorites it is. If we look down here, here's an entire list of ones I've created previously, but here is the one that we're talking about that we've just created. So now we can start using this every day without reinventing the wheel. That's how you create a favorite. Now the next thing I'd like to share with you is really an answer to a simple question that I hear all the time. You know, I started out by sharing with you that this projector really creates a large mouse interactive surface, in this case over a straight dry erase board, but this could be a wall, this could be a table. It doesn't matter because it's just a big mouse. So with that said, I have customers that ask me, you know, we've invested in smart software or Promethean software or some other version of software. Their teachers are proficient. They've got lesson plans created that they don't want to start over with. So can I use other software with this? The answer simply is yes. And generally, if you can say, can I use a mouse with it? Can I use the board with it? The answer is yes, because this is just a big mouse. So in this case, I'm going to go to my mouse, which really turns this back into my interactive surface for my computer. And my desktop is populated with things. Here's my Starboard software a couple of times. But up here, you'll notice one that might be familiar to some users. That's my Smart software. Smart Notebook is going to open up just like it always does. I'm actually going to minimize my Hitachi to not confuse the issue. So once Smart Notebook is opened up, I'll be able to do all the same interactivity and highlighting with minor differences between Hitachi and Smart. But the point is, I can still use my Smart lesson plans, my Smart Notebook, all of my Smart tools in the same way that I used to use any other software. The answer is yes.